I just want to have a look at making a pattern to fill this dress. So I've done a little bit of work. I've got, using the quick mask tool, I've simply painted the dress in black, and it fills it with this. If I double click on this, I can choose to have the selected area and the colour I'd like the mask to be and the opacity I want the mask to be. So when I'm making it, I'm not painting red onto the dress. Wherever I see the red on screen is what will become my selection. So it's another way of making a selection. And we're going to make a pattern to fill this dress. So if I look at the under image size, I can see that this image is 900 pixels wide by just over 1100 tall pixels. Okay, they're the measurements we're going to use. So if I know that I make a tile that is 100 pixels square, it will fit 9 times across the screen and 11 times from the top to the bottom. If you want to make a bigger pattern, we'll make a bigger tile. But let's try with 100 to start with. So from File, come down to New, and we want to make a new document that is, I've done it before, 100 by 100 pixels, okay? Make sure it's pixels here, nothing else, not inches, centimeters, or anything else. Has to be pixels in terms of working out the measurements for fitting the dress. And then go Create. So here is our tile. It's quite a small thing, and I can start by deciding what colour I want the dress to be, and simply filling, edit, fill with foreground colour, click OK. So that's the background colour for the dress. If I make a new layer, and I can do a little design here now using the paintbrush, square bracket keys to make the brush smaller, and let's mix another colour. Something like that. And I'm going to do a little kind of floral motif. The reason this looks quite chippy when you do it on screen is because it's actually quite a small document. It's only 100 by 100. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just quite small. Okay, there's my flower. And then to make it into a tile that fits the edges, I can come to Filter, Other, Offset, and I can offset the image. So if I change this, if I click and drag on this, can you see that it moves around the tile? And as it disappears from this edge, it appears at this edge, it reappears. So if I do it to 50 pixels, that's halfway round. And then likewise, if I do it vertically, the same thing happens. 50, okay, and then click OK. So I've got that picture now is sliced into quarters and sent to the 4 corners of the image. You can adjust those numbers to be anything you want. Say if you wanted to do it in quarters, that would be 25, or thirds would be 33. So that's just and you're not stuck with the numbers I'm giving you. Let's make another new layer and get another different color. Remember, it's hue, saturation, brightness. And let's do another flower. Just quickly, roughly around the edge. Okay, now I've got my design made, and you need now to create the pattern. So if you come to Edit and Define Pattern, and give it a name. And now that's saved that pattern, that image, as a tile, as a pattern. And if we come back to the drawing, with the selection loaded, I'm going to make a new layer, and I come to Edit and Fill, and I want to fill it with my pattern that I've just made. So if you click on this arrow here, there'll be all the patterns that you've come pre-installed on the machine, and some that you've made afterwards. This is the one that I've just made, and it should fill it quite simply like that. And to make it work as a drawing, I need to drag it underneath the background. So if I change the name of the background, it unlocks it and the padlock disappears. Drag this to the bottom and change the mode of the drawing into a multiply. There. Okay? And what that has the effect of doing is making the white of the drawing become transparent. So there I have, if I now go select, deselect, I've got her dress as a pattern. I hope you find that useful.